welcome to Corey's Centre Practice Coaching. Now I want to take you through an exercise today that I think has been awesome for working from home or doing ballet from home whilst we've been in isolation. It's a fondue exercise and it's very simple, but it's really incredible for strength. Now this exercise is given to us at the Australian Ballet by ballet mistress Fiona Tonkin, and it is one of my favourites. It's really simple, but as I said, really good for strength building, almost like a medicine exercise, we like to call it. So we start in our fifth position, and it's simply a fondue to the front, a fondue to the side, a fondue to the back, then we close into our fifth. We go the other side, fondue to the front, fondue to the side, fondue to the back, and then we cloche to close that foot in front so that we can reverse it. So our left foot's in front now, but now we're going to go with our right leg, fondue to the back, fondue to the side, fondue to the front, and close to fifth. Last time to the back, fondue to the side, fondue to the front, and then we cloche, so we come back to where we started. So, as you can see, this isn't just a strength exercise for the supporting leg. It has a lot to do with our balance and a lot to do with our hip placements. So I find this exercise is really good to do straight facing, if you're facing a mirror, or straight to the front, so you really can get a feel for how square your hips need to be. So fondue means to melt, so it's really important that we use the juiciness of our legs for this exercise. So we don't want to drop down into that fondue, we really want to melt down into that fondue. So it's a really squeezing texture against the floor. One other thing we want to do is when we lift off this foot, we don't want to go astray with our hips. And that's the same for when we're doing the actual fondue. So we don't want to feel like our hips are moving too much, especially if we're doing it with quite a low leg. We can almost keep the hips directionally square. Now when we go to the back, our pelvis is going to have to tilt naturally a little bit forward to lift that leg, but when it's low, not too much, okay? We don't really need to tilt it too much until the leg gets quite a bit higher. So that's really important. Okay, now it's really hard coming from the back. I find it very hard coming from the back. So when we come from the back, we really want to keep this thigh lifted and bring the leg in nice and rotated. So we don't want the knee to drop and we don't want the thigh to turn in at all. So it's a very simple exercise, but a really good one. And Fiona Tonkin, she gets all the credit for this one. It's genius, but it's a lot of work. Now, one other thing I'd like to talk about is what we do with our arms. So I've opted to do some very simple arms, but I'm fonduing and bringing my arms to first. And then when I go to the devant, I've got the opposite arm to leg in front in my third position. I'm coming back to a fondue, and in second, I've got my same arm to leg. Back to first, and in derriere, again, the same arm to leg. And I'm doing that each time. So I'm coming into first to a beautiful diamond position, peeling that foot off the floor, to a devant, first, to the third position, same arm as leg, first, and back. And you might hit a few objects like I've just done, and then we do it in reverse. We go fondue to the back, melt to the side, melting to the front, really using that balance, using those legs, and last time to the back, fondue to the side, fondue to devant, and cloche, we're back to where we started. Now it's a really great one. I'm almost puffing. Sometimes I hold my breath during this exercise because I think holding my breath will help me balance. But in actual fact, breathing is a really good thing in ballet. I hope you've enjoyed Fiona Tonkin's exercise from the Australian Ballet as much as I did. Bye guys.